Hello everyone, today we have new video review, and as you can see this time we have a fresh release from Valiant Wings, and this is part of Airframe and Miniature series. You can notice that it's already 17th book from this great, I would say, collection of the books, and it is dedicated to Bf-110. It's a Messerschmitt, famous German or Luftwaffe destroyer, and we have a commercial sample of this book, so it will be interesting to see what is actually printed here and why it should be handy for modelers who plan to build this aircraft. Well, it's also a useful title for aircraft fans who would like to learn more about this aircraft, so you will see why. But note that author is still Richard Franks, so we all know that he manages to write quite interesting and engaging titles in all of the Airframe and Miniatures releases, so I guess this one will not be an exclusion. And the Bf-110 has become very popular aircraft modeling subject, and I would say maybe big thanks to Edward, because they were releasing various editions with this aircraft in several different scales. So that's why this book is more valuable, because you get more chances to build the model in scale. First of all, printing format is standard, it's a soft cover, but note that we have a thick soft cover, which is quite, I would say, impressive, because frankly speaking, when I received this book I thought that there are two books in cardboard envelope, but it turns out only one book is inside. And we have here, I'm not sure how many pages. Well, it should be more than 250, but we will see. And let's open it. Maybe I will close the lenses so that it won't be that bright for you. And here we have a contents page, so you can see that overall design is typical for this series. So we have airframe chapters and miniature chapters. Well, obviously miniature is dedicated to scale model build, while airframe is dedicated to the real aircraft and all connected information which will be needed in order to build a more detailed model. So note that here we have 5 chapters, and here we have 4 chapters dedicated to models, and there are also separate appendices which will tell you more about all possible kits and accessories of this aircraft. So of course we start with the development history. You will see a lot of interesting photos. This is really, I would say, ugly aircraft, to be honest, but all these shots, they should be useful in modern hobby as well. Maybe they will give you some weathering ideas, maybe some diorama ideas, who knows, but all this looks quite interesting, and authors actually promise here more than 200 images of wartime aircraft, and maybe also these various detail shots, as you can see here. So that's actually the quite handy chapter, because it will give you a better understanding of the main differences between various versions. As you can see, it is displayed with help of profile and also various shots of this aircraft, as well as the text which is supplied here. And next we continue with the Camouflage and Marking section, also quite important one in my opinion. It's not a full-fledged gallery, let's say, so don't expect quite detailed marking guides, but as you can see we have profiles, so they should give you some idea about some marking options, and maybe they will push you into copying some of them, because as you can see some of them are really interesting, especially this dark aircraft. And here we continue with some aircraft which were deployed in Hungary. We also have Italy, Hungary, Croatia, so also interesting ones. Note United Kingdom aircraft, I guess it was captured one, so there will be more, I guess. We have United States, USSR, and again quite interesting photos supplied here. And on the next page we start with Chapter 6, it's Bf-110 kits. So here we have quite an interesting thing, because how this chapter is divided into different scales. So if you want, for example, 1/72, you just flip over the page here and check all the available kits and what is good, what is bad about them. And of course you can notice this Edward releases, both in 1/72 and in 1/48 scale as well. We reviewed them, so you can find their videos on our YouTube channel. Just type in the kit number and you will be good to go to see what is actually included in this kit. And here I guess we go on with the 1/32 scale releases. and this should be quite impressive builds, so definitely consider if you have enough space for this, because I mean, even in 1/48 scale this is a really big model, so I guess in 1/32 it will take half of your room. Here we continue with a build in a selection, so here, as you can guess, we get plastic model build. We start with Edward 1/72 scale build from Liber Vehicle, and as you can see, it is supplied with detailed photos of each step. Well, not like each literally, but all the main steps are clearly documented, so you will be able to understand what you have to do here and there. Next we continue. That's a correct alignment of the dipoles on the fuselage, also quite an interesting thing. Next we continue with more builds, but these ones were supplied as small galleries. Here you can see build with a 1/48 scale Revel kit by Steve Evans. And what do we have here? I think this is a Dragon plastic, no? Or Edward? It should be Edward, because Revel was cooperating with Edward on this. But I can see that color of the plastic and also fitment is kinda strange, so feel free to write in the comment section if you know it. Here we continue with another BF-110, but this time it is 1/32 scale release from Revel, and as you can see it's way more detailed than smaller brothers, and of course you'll have more space for some, let's say, fine features on your aircraft, so if you would like to experiment with this, that's the perfect opportunity in such large scale. Next we continue with a special chapter build in a collection, so here we basically get pretty much the same thing. We get explanation of the differences between various versions, but as you can see they're shown with this dark gray color so that it will be easier to see it visually, and that's a really cool thing because very few books actually bring you such information, so I think this is a very valuable information. And note how many versions were produced, so there is definitely a huge choice of all possible types. And also another important thing is this in detail section, which will give you a closer look at various parts of the aircraft. As you can see, we have not only the actual shots of the real aircraft, you also get drawings and various schemes so that you can understand how this or that section of the aircraft was constructed. And in my opinion, this is also important for modeling because you'll be able to know what you can add here and there. For example, you can see here how the wing was assembled, how the engine gondola was aligned. Here we have nose machine gun bay, which is also quite interesting because, as far as I remember, Edward kit allows you to open it and expose what is hidden inside, so maybe you will be happy to add some fine features. And as you can see, all other parts also get the same treatment, even the cockpit, even the wings, even the bomb bay maybe, air intakes. Here we start with this special appendix, so here we have list of the kits, accessories and books about this aircraft. And I can see that in total we have 256 pages. We also get a large drawings poster with aircraft in several versions. As far as you can see, it's a 1/48 scale drawings, and that's a really cool bonus. I have to check that. Yeah, these drawings, they should be supplied as a standard inclusion in every book, so this is not a first release specific, and you'll get it even if you buy the book a bit later. Maybe you don't have money right now, and that's why you don't have to worry, you'll get it anyway. And as for the book, it should be already available. Price will be around 25 British pounds, so it's quite reasonable for this book, and I would say it's on par with previous releases. Of course, I will be happy to hear your opinion about such release. Do not forget to write it here in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye!